It doesn't matter what time zone you're in. Doesn't even matter what planet you're on. Doesn't matter where you are or what time of day it is, because it's all happening now. And as we focus collectively in our now together, what happens is the vibration that is you meshes with the vibration that is us, and together we take thought beyond that which it has ever been before. We are eager for that. So, where do you want to begin? Oh, you've come to talk about some things. It's going to be a very good day. Be easy. Don't worry about not having what you have come for be addressed, because it is our promise to you it will be. Whether you sit in the chair or whether you just project from Antarctica, we'll hear you clearly. You've been hearing us say for years, if you've been listening to us, and some of you have, you've been hearing us say that everything that everyone wants, no matter what it is, whether it's a pile of money, a relationship, an improvement in your body, everything, no exception, that everyone has ever wanted or ever will want is for one reason and one reason only. What is it? You will feel better in the having of it. You will feel better in the having of it. So if we can convince you here today that there is a feeling place where the larger part of you exists, that is the manifestation that you can accomplish right here, right now. Can you add on to your beach house today? No. Well, you can add a board. But can you add on and move in today? No. Can you even find your beach house today? Maybe. Can you pay for it today? Probably not. Can you be excited about your beach house today? Can you find your lover in the parking lot? We were there. He's not there right now. Can you find your lover today? Maybe and maybe not, but it is irrelevant whether you actually lick his face today or not. What is relevant is, can you feel the existence of your lover? Can you feel well-being when you're not living it? Can you feel it? Now here's the part that we have not said to you in any way near as clear a way as we're going to say it to you right now. Are you ready? Law of attraction is a powerful law that responds to vibrational frequencies. It's the same law that makes you set your radio dial at a frequency that matches the broadcast. In other words, if you don't sync up with these frequencies, then you don't have communication. So it's the same thing. Law of attraction is responding to your frequency. And the people that you rendezvous with, even the mood they're in when you talk to them, everything in your life is about law of attraction's response. Now, we know you've been hearing about it. Law of attraction is a term that is well used and mostly misunderstood around this planet today. Law of attraction is the engine that is the reason that all rendezvous of all kinds takes place. It's the reason that you rendezvous with everything. Even your cells in your body are rendezvousing because of this powerful law of attraction. Because, friends, you are vibrational like your radios, whether you know that you are or not. You are frequency, you are energy, you are vibration, and law of attraction has your number, or better said, has your frequency, and is dishing up things to you that match it. So if you want to know what your frequency is, look at your friends, look at your clothes, look at your body, look at your house, look at your money, look around, and what's evident or what you are deciphering from life is all on that same frequency. So, let's see, we forgot what we were going to tell you. So this is the part that we really, 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 really want you to hear. So you hear it about law of attraction, yes? You sort of get this law of attraction thing. You accept law of attraction. This is what we want to put to you in a way that you will always remember. Do you want your point of attraction to include the energy that creates worlds and the source within you? Or do you want your point of attraction to be out here on the raw and ragged edge apart from it? Because that's really what this conversation is all about. This is what the art of allowing has always been about. What vibrational stance am I practicing which equals the point of attraction that I have established to which law of attraction is responding? If I'm afraid or ornery or blaming or guilty, then those emotions are my indicator that my point of attraction does not include my source, because it's a very different frequency. Negative emotion means your point of attraction is screwy. Your point of attraction is not allowing all these things that you want, but more important, all of these things that you have already become. That's why it feels the way that it does. So the reason that we want to put it to you in these terms is because we think it would be a wonderful thing if you could sort of start at the base of your understanding and make a new decision that you want to attract to your manifestation from your broader inner being, source energy, in the vortex point of attraction. Yes? Most people who are wanting to set goals think that the setting of a goal and the holding to the goal and the consistent reciting of the goal and the not letting go of the goal is what deliberate creating is, where creation occurs through the deciphering of life and the exploration of contrast and the launching of the rocket, which is actually the setting of the goal. So the vortex is the holder of all of the goals that you've set and has integrated each and every one of them into the expansive, evolved, vibrational being that you are. So when your attitude is one of playful, joyful, making peace with life as it is, now you're doing the step 3 part that allows the manifestation of all of that. In other words, step 1 is the asking, and you can't help but do that. Step 2 is the assimilation, the collection of all the cooperative components, and that's taking place because it's a universal thing. Your inner being is in on that. Law of attraction is in on that. The cooperative components are being gathered. So when you have the attitude that I'm going to play, or I'm going to be peaceful, or I'm going to be appreciative, or I'm going to look for positive aspects, when you, as you said, anchor yourself in the vibrational resonance of well-being, now you're in that process releasing resistance, which allows the step 3 part of the equation to take place. So goal setting is far different than most people think it is. Most people have trained themselves to believe that well-being is hard to come by, that you have to ferret it out, that you have to really find some way of deserving it, that you have to justify your well-being in it, and that most of all, that has to be done with strident, stringent, hard work. And all of that is counterproductive. So much so, we play with these cards almost every time. These are money and the law of attraction cards, but they're really good affirmation cards to get you in a vibration that will allow the manifestation of what you want. But even in the effort of reading these cards from a place of not feeling that you are there, there's a counterproductive backlash that takes place. I can see my world through the eyes of source. Well, when you're in the vortex, that card is appealing. But when you're not in the vortex, you hate your world and you hate the eyes of source. In other words, the law of attraction adds power to both problems and solutions. Well, that's helpful. Nothing is more important than I feel good. Deep doo-doo there. The better it gets, the better it gets. In other words, as you are efforting or setting goals from outside the vortex, there is a digging in and a compounding of and a practicing of, an anchoring of a vibration of resistance, where in the playful attitude, there is less resistance. So we would say to anyone who presented us in the way that you just did, that if you understand, and you do, that there are 3 steps to the process, and you are aware of what step you're performing at any given point in time, then there's never anything to be afraid of. In other words, you're not absent of setting goals. You've not stopped defining what you want. You're spending time in the vortex. A playful attitude just means you're not in a state of resistance. But then you said 2 things that were contradictory. You said, I'm playful all the time, but then I worry that I should be setting goals. And we say it's one or the other. It's not both at the same time. When you're worrying, you're not doing that playful thing you said you were doing. Because you still are like a lot of people where you still are believing in struggle. And it doesn't feel to you like you're paying enough of a price when you just want to play, because the mindset of most humans is that you don't play your way into success. And we want you to realize that you could join the ranks. We talked about this earlier, or someone mentioned this economic pie that people are wanting to share. And there's not a finite amount of economy that you're splitting up. There's an infinite amount of economy that's in the vortex. But when you believe that there is only so much that you're sharing, rather than an infinite amount that you will be guided to, you have a different stance in all of this. So much of the world is outside the vortex. In other words, not understanding that they are vibrational beings, and not understanding that things are always working out for them, and not understanding that there is a version of them, which includes everything that they want, that is calling them. Most people believe that it is through their action and through their hard work and through their determination that they will make things happen. We are not in disagreement with the fact that you can make things happen by deciding that you're going to do it, by determining it, by writing in your book, and by making sure that you do it. In other words, we know that you can effort and you can accomplish, and that much of your world is functioning in just that way. But this is a forum where we are teaching you about the power of the universe. This is a forum where we are teaching you about the power of what's in your vortex and your much easier access to it than anyone understands. And you're right. You can't have it both ways. You can't be in the world of struggle, which has limits to how much you can struggle yourself too. Because when you are struggling your way, you're limited by time, you're limited by space, you're limited by how much you can actually physically move around in a period of time. There are definite limitations to that. That's a working by the hour. That's the process of going through the motions. That's the process of doing everything that you can physically extract or call forth from your physical beingness. But it is not utilizing the power that creates worlds. It's not utilizing the energy. It's not utilizing the law of attraction. And that's why so many people are discouraged and so many people are tired, because they're efforting, bucking their own current. So when we talk to you about the vortex, when we talk to you about energy, when we talk to you about emotions, when we talk to you about alignment and resonance, we're talking about doing the work that matters most first, and that is aligning with that energy and thereby becoming the cooperative component to the things that you've already put there. And things begin to move in your favor that require no effort. It just requires being flexible enough that you can move in the direction of what's calling you in the strongest way. That's what true inspiration is. That's what divine intervention is. That's what aligning with the fairies of the universe is, you see. There's so much leverage in alignment and so much hard work without it. The thing about your human experience is you have come to allow what is to dictate how you feel. So you've let the manifestation that matters most, which is the emotion that you feel, be dictated by things you can't control, by how it's stacking up. Do you know that collectively you are creating this world, so you share it with a lot of other people. So you cannot control what every one of them do. You can't control what any of them do. So if your happiness is dependent upon what any of them or all of them are doing, then your most important manifestation, which is the way you feel, is out of control to you. And that's what you've come to understand. You've come seeking the freedom from the bondage of the resistance, which is always self-imposed. That's what you've come to understand. You've come to understand that you can manifest joy no matter what now, no matter what now, no matter what now, no matter what now. And when you figure out how to manifest joy because of the power of your focus, then what happens? Then you become the deliberate creator that you came to be, that you were born to be, that you still are even though you've forgotten. Then you become one who is in control of your vibration. And when you're in control of your vibration, you're in control of your point of attraction. So when you're in control of your vibration and you're standing in vibrational alignment with all that you have become, then the manifestation has to shift. And people who are watching you say, now that was just amazing. I've never, ever known anyone to do that. You say, well, No one wanted it like I do. And no one was able to divert their attention from its